This government meeting is brought to you by Eastworks and our local cable subscribers.
Well, welcome everyone. It's our June ECC meeting. We have Whitney as a guest who wanted to sit in and observe what the cool stuff we do here. And since our secretary, Sean, is running a little late and he takes the notes, I figured maybe it's a good time. Maybe we can go around real quick and do like an intro while we wait for him.
No fun facts.
Okay, no fun
Come on,
facts about
something.
yourself.
No fun.
Yeah, I don't know who you are and why you're on this board, maybe. My name is Steve Colacelli. I live in town. I have a mobile donut business in town, and I'm on this board because I was co-opted from my other thing. I'm on the ECA, and there was an appeal there a couple of years ago to have one member here. And so I am spreading my wings. But in general, I'm want to be very involved in the arts and culture here in town. And my wife and I kind of organize Porch Fest, which is an ECC funded event. So that's brought us here.
I am Michael Shosted. Been in Easthampton since 2010, in the Valley since 2002. Been an artist my whole life. I run a business called Cut Loose. It's collage workshops. And then I have another digital marketing business that I have several clients for and travel a bunch, and wanted to be involved because I already was involved with the community. So I wanted to do something formal.
Hi, my name is Tracy Eller. I'm also on the ECA committee, and I joined because they needed members, and but more so, I really believe in the arts. I'm like-minded people here at the table. I think Easthampton is a great place, and I think the arts are a great way to get involved. And so I have been on this committee for 3 years. I've been on the ECA committee, I don't even know how long, a little bit longer. And I'm also on the City Space Board. So
She's boarded out.
I'm boarded up.
She's committed out.
Anyway.
Sean, we're just doing intros for some of our guests. You want to do it? You want to settle in or?
Yeah, plug it in. I'm Sean Collins. The only person in the room I don't know. So, I'm Sean Collins. This is my third year. I guess we're all about, a lot of us are about third year on the committee. I joined because it sounded interesting. I've always worked in my professional jobs and other personal endeavors in creative spheres and areas and projects and things like that. So after I moved here in 2021, started looking for some things to do, to pitch in, to be part, to meet people, to contribute, to be part of what was going on here. It seemed like a lot, which I assumed meant it'd be fun, and also like there'd be a lot of work to do. This committee, I don't know, it is not a lot of work, right? It's like, in my day job, I work at Amherst Cinema. I'm the general manager there. Just writing, and once in a while, my partner and I produce like a publishing-oriented event in the area, which we started some years ago. Yeah.
I'm CJ. You're very familiar. Yes, I own Drake Humor. I'm new. I'm the newest member. I've been here, I think, a year, right? Last summer. You will obviously remember. But I'm here because I was co-opted by this gentleman. But I initially I wanted to, when I opened Dry Humor, part of the mechanism of that is I wanted to open up a lot of the space for artists to hang their work. I did painting myself like a few years ago. I'm sort of like, I'm a retired artist, as I like to say, with the exception of my little notebook. But I remember it was like insanely so stupid difficult to get your art in venues, even just like cafes. Like I just want to hang my stuff up with a pin on the wall. I don't want to have a whole gallery thing here, but it was just like really exclusive and awful and not easy to get into. And so part of me wanted to, participate in that sort of thing. And I was like, how do I get on the Easthampton Art Walk? And that sort of also kind of led me to just being more involved in the cultural arts in town here. That's it. Take it away.
Hi, I'm Nancy Natal. Been an artist for a number of years. I've had experience in other places on Arts Council. And I thought it would be interesting to participate in Easthampton's doling out of the money that we get from the state, and a lot of opportunity for art of all kinds, various examples of art making. And it's been great to work with people and to see the events that we sponsor, and makes Easthampton really more vibrant even than it is.
Hi. Hi, Tim Mayu. I'm a transplant from New York. I was a physician and but always involved in the arts and musical theater and performances, bands, the sound technology, what have you. So currently, I have a band here in town. We've been obtaining grants every year, and so now I wanted to kind of get into a different side of the cultural field, and that's more like the financial side. I'm interested in city governments also. So yeah, so my daughter's here. She's the one that got us here in the first place. So I'm enjoying it, and I want to see what I can contribute to the council. So nice meeting you.
I'm Chandler France. I'm also an Easthampton native. I live just up the street. I've been an artist my entire life, like so many of us. My day job is I'm the remote customer service director for a small tech company. And I got involved for, incidentally, a lot of the same reasons as Steve. It's just, it seemed like something fun to do, and it's something that I believed in, because Easthampton, for its size, was a really thriving little art community, and I wanted to help support that.
I'm Whitney. I only lived in Easthampton. I moved to Easthampton 2 years ago, but I've been in the Valley for about 15. I'm a high school art and photography teacher. Just kind of looking to get more involved locally. It's easy to kind of get sort of pigeonholed my specific job and not, have a broader sense of what's going on. So you should know.
Nice.
Welcome.
Do you have any specific questions about like what we do or anything?
Not super specific. Just kind of interested in like seeing what's going on and learning more. And
Well, just so we are in the public speak portion of the meeting, which is you are a member of the public since you're not a member of this board. So this is your time to speak about anything you might want to, if you have anything that you want to talk about. We usually don't have any
All
public
good.
speak, just so you know.
Say something.
a lot of complaints. I'll save it for you.
Yeah, please. Once a month, Tuesdays.
Cool. I'm gonna just peek on your agenda because I don't have copies. Oh yeah, meeting minutes. So everyone has a copy of the May meeting minutes. Please take a minute to look over them and motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve. I have a second. All in favor?
I'm going to abstain since I wasn't.
Indeed. What's right is right.
Sean, you good with the notes?
Yes, sorry, I was, pulling them up.
Cool.
I don't have them
Good.
here either, so I was trying to get my digital, oh, that's.
Yeah.
Are you officially one of them? I know.
Yeah, you said, did you say you, I was just looking for your email. You said you submitted your application. I can't remember.
Yes, I
Okay,
did, and I
yes.
haven't heard yet.
Are we jumping ahead?
Show us the town budget.
But that is good to know. Thanks for, doing all of that.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, financial report.
Nothing new.
Okay.
No, we received a general ledger report and the numbers match what the auditor had told me previously. So that I consider a good sign. We're in agreement and we have apparently, I don't see this number anywhere, but apparently we have the money which we had set aside to cover the painting of the electric boxes. So
This traffic control box and the other one up in the corner were our project from last year.
yeah,
So every year we get, our main thing is we get a block grant from MCC that we have to decide how to allocate to other people who apply for kind of micro grants, but we have the ability to reserve 20% of that grant for ourselves to spend on a project that we choose to do so. And last year we decided these boxes needed updating. So,
and this was our first time that we had, because we're all newbies, the past 3 years. So we were able to set the money aside and had to hold up on the project last year, but this year we've been able to carry it through. So to see the project completed is really, satisfactory and more than satisfactory to us because she did a great job.
Mhm.
I was gonna say what's even more satisfactory is that it actually came out well.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Yeah.
The other one she's doing is on Union in front of the church. It's amazing. Her and Molly, the dog, come on. Oh my God. Like, anyway, I could go on.
all right, anything else, Nancy?
No,
All right. Cool. Social media report. We've seen a few amazing posts by our new
Yes.
social media.
What can I say?
Um,
Just click
Oh,
it.
Do you have anything to report?
No, I didn't do much this week. Last week I was pretty active. I caught Amy doing the painting and I interrupted her and I was like, I'm so sorry. But other than that, just sharing things from ECA. Lisa Hersey, is that how you say it?
Yeah.
She sent me her flyer, so I posted that. And so, yeah, maybe I'll follow up with some of the grantees and see if they have any social media stuff to post. Right. That's it, and that's all.
Awesome. No, I mean that one post with Amy has I think 100+ comments on it,
Well, those were her picks. Look at
including
us.
some,
I love that.
controversy where people are like,
Yeah.
how much does this cost?
LOL, LOL.
yeah.
Oh.
How much did this cost?
Yeah.
They don't
Did they
believe it
say
didn't
that?
cost them anything.
Well, I'm sure.
Oh,
We
yeah.
live on East Street and we have that sign that says vote no.
No, I think the
Oh, well,
conversation
did
which
anybody-
I responded that this cost the city $0 because it comes from a state, and the response was, that's not what I asked.
Hello.
That was literally what I asked.
Spicy.
They asked.
Spicy.
I'll put it simpler for you.
Oh,
How much money are we paying this person?
Once again,
Not we.
we're zero.
yeah. Oh.
But that was
silly.
I don't know. That comment actually disappeared.
Well,
It did?
Yeah, I didn't delete it. It just
Oh
disappeared.
yeah, how thrilling was that close win on the yes vote?
Mhm.
yeah, no, that really was
Yeah,
pretty
that
close.
was.
I mean, that was the context of.
I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
Oy
too, it's
vey.
too bad that's
know,
people's
I
takeaway
know.
when.
I think it's not the majority, of course, but
Mhm.
ugh,
No.
the minority is always very
Yeah,
loud
There's
about
always one or two.
their dismay.
I mean, yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway,
we're listening to
Um,
our fans and not our critics,
Yeah,
and it still costs us no money.
oh yeah. So I added an agenda item, gathering community input about
Oh.
guidelines and priorities. Because the MCC recommends or encourages that we do this at least every 3 years, and we didn't do it last year. We did do it the previous year at Cultural Chaos, where we have a survey, a questionnaire that we tried to get responses to. The idea is that before we, every year we update our guidelines and local priorities, and that we should actually be informed by
Mm.
the locale and not just
Sounds-
ourselves. So I do have a saved copy of the survey we used in the past, and I wanted to just like put it out for discussion about how best we might want to get some community input, solicit some input.
We have a concert on, in August at Park Hill Orchard. ECA is hosting a concert. That might be a good place
So
if you're wanting to do that like at an event.
the thing is, I think we need to, in our August meeting, decide our guidelines and priorities
Oh, okay,
to
so
give
never
MCC.
mind.
Because also we're having a Porch Fest pre-party in August. I thought would
Oh,
be
okay,
good
that's
too, but also I think we need to do it before then.
Yeah. that makes
Um,
sense.
Isn't that though the main purpose of that survey? I mean, the main purpose of reaching out is to find out what the community's cultural wants are, not our policies and things like that.
Well, so every year, basically, when we have our set of guidelines and priorities that we decide here, which are in addition to the state guide flip lines, which are very like the basics. Has to be an accessible venue, for example, and that is based on the feedback we're getting from the community, and they're the ones that should be telling us whether or not they want more. Like, for example, we have a guideline, a local guideline that we will only fund live events, which is something that I think came out of like discussions right after the pandemic where people were like, we want to not be on computers anymore. But if we did this survey and everyone's like, we want all virtual, then we could certainly change that. Yeah, I don't know if that's what people want, but
If you tag this type of outreach into, you choose 4 or 5 events that are diverse, that are different.
Mhm.
Because if you do one event and it's all music,
right.
you're not getting, you'll get that people, but
Right.
but the groups of other people, so you can just do it to the events with others.
Is the format like a,
Well, the
the
one,
I'm gonna say, okay, we
the
could,
one,
Which I think at a cultural chaos, we also printed out
okay.
hard copies to have people like fill out.
We
we
could they
get
post
very
it to the
little
socials?
feedback.
Yes, we did.
Oh,
bring-
absolutely.
Yeah.
Cultural
I
chaos
think if
sign
we
up
do-
form, having hard copies on hand.
Siri, settle down. My dog's name is Stevie, so she's always like, "What was that?" I'm like, "Get out of here." Yeah, we
But the
should
one, so the
post
one change that we put in was that that's a group or a person, an applicant could not apply more than 3 years in a row. That if they had been received a grant, that they could not apply. We called a halt to it after 3 years of funding them, right? I mean, they could still apply if they hadn't been funded.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But if they had been funded for 3 years in a row, then that was it for a year at least.
Mhm.
Because we had some organizations that fit that, like the fireworks event. We funded them 3 years in a row, and I don't know what else we had.
The film festival,
Film festival.
the book scavenger hunt that's
Yeah,
coming up next week is they'll be the 3rd year for them.
Yeah, the cemetery
Porch
walk.
Fest.
Porch Fest is coming up.
So,
Yep.
So they will just offer other applicants.
Yeah. The problem is the amount of money we received from MCC this year was the exact same amount that we received last year. But the amount of applications we get grows every year. And so when we have all of these like recurring things that just they take up a good amount of the money, we're trying to just spread it around a little bit more.
And tell what's that ratio is.
Mhm.
Like we had like 78 applications,
Mm.
right?
Mhm.
And we only fund, I think, 32.
32.
Yeah. So it's, it comes down to a lot of choice.
We have a whole long list of criteria that we abide by.
I feel like we
But-
did sort of 2 versions of this, not 2 versions, but like we did that public survey and it had questions that were kind of about priorities, but also just like what people wanted to see more of.
Mhm.
I remember at Cultural Chaos, it was like kids putting like notes on Post-its that
Yeah,
were
we
like
had stickers
chocolate,
and
Yeah.
stuff.
fairies,
It's just silly.
which was great. I feel like we should definitely have more fairies.
Well, I think we have the survey. I haven't had time to even look at it, but I do have it saved. So I think one thing we have to do is like look at it and
Yeah.
update it.
Definitely.
And then there's the question of how do we distribute it? What events do we want to like kind of like go to?
Yeah.
Do we want to do that? Or do we just want to try to do it virtually? I think it's better to do it. The
Yeah.
more is more,
Hybrid.
right? Like,
Hybrid
so
for sure.
Why don't we put it on the website? I mean,
I think we
just a
should.
link to it.
I think we should.
I've already taken a note.
Oh, good. You're on it.
Guidelines due for us?
I think it's the end of August.
So I guess I'm wondering, I'm worried a little bit about timing just because we don't meet again until like mid
Yeah.
to late July, right? And so we need them before that, but I don't know how much discussing we can do
Right.
before then on like changes to the surveys, or
Yeah.
maybe we
Do we,
just need to
like-
like go with it as is so that we have the most amount of time.
I mean, I could,
Well, if you,
Yeah.
maybe you could send it and we could all have like a deadline to just take a look at it and just give some
It was
feedback.
pretty basic.
And then I think,
yeah, it is.
I think that
It's-
we can just do it, we'll put it on the website. Do we have like we have the list of all the of all the grantees. We definitely have a good mailing list. We can email folks for sure.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
And then, yeah, like, why don't
We could put it up
hand
there
them
and
out?
say if you have any other ideas,
Yeah.
you know, any
Yeah,
suggestions
no, I
for
think
changes.
that is like the last question.
Yeah, like a
or
free
maybe, like,
text.
an open.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's pretty standard.
Yeah.
I don't know that we need to reinvent the wheel.
Right.
Yeah, for
you
sure.
know?
Yeah. Yeah, because you want to keep it basic. You want to like, what,
It was a pretty extensive list though.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't like 3 things or something, you know.
How about this? Is the committee okay empowering me
Yeah,
to just kind
empowered.
of like get the survey ready and start sending it out?
Yes.
Okay,
Motion for that.
okay. So, update and start.
Yeah.
Now,
Send the.
Are
link
there
out.
any, going back to like the Park Hill Orchard or the events, are there any like cultural events coming up in the next month or so?
You could put it printed in all the venues for
There's
Art
Art
Walk.
Walk.
Art Walk.
Definitely venues at the Art Walk. What's going on the Thursdays down
The
here, I'm sure.
FIFA,
Oh,
wine
yeah.
parties.
So I can I mean, I'll be there the second week with donuts, so we can definitely have a
Like a little
honor table as part of it.
Yep.
I don't know if anyone else is gonna be around the first week, but yeah, that's a great idea.
Boardwalk. Is that still
It's on
happening?
Boardwalk.
It's on board.
Every other Thursday at
Yeah.
the boardwalk.
Food Truck Friday. You know, we got a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, I'll be at the
Oh, yeah,
farmer's
farmer's
market
Yeah,
think the farmer
2 weeks
market's
from
a
now,
good
so I
one.
can
yeah,
bring.
farmer's market is a good one. And I know a couple of the vendors who will probably.
Me too.
I do have a question.
Yes.
though. Do we know that we're gonna get any money?
Oh,
Yeah, we'll get money.
I'm pretty sure. Am I thinking of last year when they said that we're going to guarantee you level funding, or was that for this year?
That was for last year,
Um,
because the legislature has to appropriate it or agree,
let's just assume we're getting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Until we're not.
act as if.
Yes, exactly.
How I operate, my personal
so-
finances.
Yeah. As far as I know, we are.
They're looking at their cultural district program, and so there was some questions about that, but they had assured everyone that they weren't doing away with that program. So MCC has been, I'm pretty sure they have been funded. So I think
Yeah.
depending on, we don't know how much yet,
Right.
but I think we will get
Right.
funded. Something, that program hasn't gone away.
Okay, that's good. Good to know.
All right. Any more thoughts on the community input survey?
What about your shop?
Yeah, for sure. I'll be in Art Walk stop on the 28th, but also I'll just have to have them up somewhere for sure. For sure.
I mean, there's also just like the regular windows around town, like Mount Tom's, Biggie's. They've also got a bunch of post ups.
They've
Yeah,
already
maybe we
got
can
our
make like
flyers.
do we have a QR code to the survey?
I can definitely.
Because that
make
might
sure
be
this-
better than printing things out at like at the event. I think both. I think we should
Yeah.
have printed ones and like at the QR code will be good for shops and you can even put it bulletin boards.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Are we allowed to put up things like this outside of Easthampton? There's a bunch of bulletin boards in like Northampton.
Is it
We
specific?
flyered for.
Yeah. I mean,
for
this
re-
kind of thing, I think I would keep in
It's something
Easthampton
like-
personally.
Well.
I don't know. I don't know the rules.
Members don't. have
Yeah,
to
this
come
is how I
from
feel about it.
Easthampton, so.
I mean, like I flyer at Thorns for other things all
Sure.
the time because there's a bunch of
That's
Thorns right there. It's convenient.
One of the requirements that we have is that events be held in Easthampton,
That's
even
also
if they
true.
apply
Yeah.
from
Okay.
Northampton.
Yeah.
But all good ideas, and we've got a bunch of places to put it up and to post it. So I think that's great. Cool. So
Question.
yes.
Sorry.
No.
When would we want to, do we want to have people like by a certain date?
I think we want to have some feedback by
Definitely
our
by
August
July.
meeting.
Okay, yeah.
Because that's when we're going to discuss it and then we'll discuss any updates to our guidelines.
Checks.
Project update. It's dating as we speak.
Yeah, I think it's kind of, you're kind of seeing the update. I talked to Amy today. I got, better W-9 and I got the contract, so, you can submit that purchase order. She's gonna be done by the end of the week. So.
Nice work. It just went
So-
so fast. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
I mean, I think once you start, you kind of have to keep
Gotta
going.
do it.
And, so, yeah, I think she's done a great job. But this is
Yes.
kind of what she does, so. she's
Yeah.
a pro.
No,
Yep.
I think
She's
It looks
pro.
really excellent.
I know,
must
the
say.
one,
It's a
the
really
one on
good
you is
job.
it's so nice.
Steve, I need you to sign this too.
And any I mean, this is like a segue into ECA, but any update time wise for this the Power to the People?
Amy Johnquist is the artist who is doing these two utility boxes. She had originally done this utility box here, but when they did the Union Street redesign, they took that box out. So we have the box. So we are going to repurpose the box into a comment box because it was called Power to the People. So if you notice, there's a concrete pad like on the sidewalk as you come around, around the corner here. That is going to be reinstalled, and she's going to paint it again just to touch it up. And once she's finished the utility box across from Big E, she's going to go to the comment box. So that will be done starting next week.
Oh, cool.
The DPW has to install the box first, and then she'll start painting.
Yes.
There's a bunch of kids.
Oh my gosh, they're so young. Look at them. The youth.
Where are they going?
They're going to like a junior prom
Photos
dance.
out here.
But they're probably going to the car to.
They're all
So-
underage.
When this
I know.
final comment box is finished, I think, and all three of these boxes are in place, then we should have a kind of reception for the public.
Definitely.
And
Yeah.
we've been talking with ECA about that, working with them, just kind of collaborate. So,
I think that anything that gets us more community input is.
Totes.
yeah, and that would be an obvious place to also.
Yeah,
put
we
stuff.
typically do a little event for all of our public sculptures that, so this would be in line with that.
Did we do anything for the power boxes?
With the what
Did we do anything for the power boxes?
power boxes?
What do you
These
mean?
the ones that are right now.
Previously?
Are you talking about these two?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like, did we
that's
have-
what we're talking
like,
about right
oh,
now.
we're still doing that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
And
there's
she's
a
not
third one
finished,
that she's gonna,
She's just finishing up.
Third one.
it's the original one that got taken out is
But
gonna
I-
be
yeah,
reinstalled.
but I was
on the
just
other side.
talking about.
Oh, that's, okay.
Yeah.
It all come together now. I got it.
Who will intercept the comments? Who?
There's gonna
I don't know, I'm
be,
just curious.
she's gonna write some instructions.
Sure.
It's more art oriented.
Gotcha.
And
Very interested.
ECA, I mean, that is the part of ECA, our meeting, that's like the standing is to review those comments, right? Or am I?
That's Easthampton Futures
Futures.
Project.
Okay.
But once we have the comment box, we'll get to review those too.
Right.
Very interesting.
mean, it won't be
Very
interesting.
interested
Do
in
the
those
comments
moments.
show on the box? I
No,
mean,
no,
it's-
Slip
no.
them in.
You put them in. It will be like a
Yeah,
mailbox.
But I mean, the way you have it written up to say. you know,
She's just gonna say, instructions on like comment about arts or whatever she, you know, so so you know that it's a comment box.
Right.
Like projects
For that,
to come, or future projects or events.
It's
I
not
didn't
really
think it
about
was
future
really-
projects. I
Just
think it's just
comments in
comment.
general.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
I
mean,
can only imagine.
You know, when you know what
you
they're
know,
gonna
it is
say.
kind of a, you know,
So, like,
Pandora's box or
oh,
whatever.
yeah.
But you know,
It's an art
um,
project in
But
and
it's,
of
it's,
yeah.
it's kind of an art project on
I think
itself.
people will be
Mhm.
respectful in
Yeah.
it and.
Yeah,
Oh, I
you
have
think,
it.
we'll see.
The slot is gonna be thin, so nobody can put in any, you know,
God knows
trash or
what.
anything, and, so,
And not, and thin enough not to get those little
Nips.
bottles and nip
right,
bottles.
right, yeah,
Yeah.
so.
No, they just drive and throw those down East Street. That's what.
No, they're on
that's
my
what
street
happens.
too.
Oh my God. Anyway.
Cool.
Very nice.
Exciting
Very
stuff.
nice.
Yeah.
Tracy, any other ECA updates?
Well, our last meeting, we voted to, pursue a nonprofit arm to our committee, so that's exciting.
Nice.
So that will give us some more opportunities for funding, to get grants that otherwise we wouldn't be able to get. So that was big news. We had our sidewalk strut, which was our first ever event like that without closing the street. So it was, you know, we learned a lot, but it was a nice event.
Yeah.
It was hot.
It
Yeah.
was hot. It dovetailed into Art Walk. But I think all in all, we felt like it was a success.
And people are definitely noticing the moose. and
Oh,
asking
yeah, and then you,
questions.
yeah, the three sculptures on the pond,
I'm asking questions.
are
too.
part of that sidewalk strut.
Yeah.
It was for sidewalk shut.
Yeah, and look, there's a sailboat on
Look at
it.
that.
I've never
Not a
seen
lot
a
of wind.
sailboat on the.
Mm.
Nice.
Looks so nice.
Yeah. It's like part of the sculpture, the floating sculptures.
I do like those.
Yeah.
My kid got to help do something with the moose.
Nice.
For
All
like a
hands on
few
deck.
days It lived at Hilltown.
Yeah, Cindy Sperry, who's also on our ECA board, is a teacher at Hilltown Charter, and she got her kids involved in that. They did that.
Well, to future grantees, hello.
Mhm.
That's really
Get them young.
Yeah, listen, there's worse things.
Cool. Anything else for ECA?
Nope, I think that will do it.
All right. For our grantees, anyone having any issues with anyone you're liaison for?
I haven't heard anything.
Same, is that normal? I don't know.
I haven't really heard
Okay.
much either. Just that's not normal. You
Yeah.
usually only hear when there's problems.
Sure.
So,
No news is
I'll
good news.
and
send-
everyone's gotten paid, so they're all.
Oh, there you go. The biggest
Um,
issue that could occur.
But I saw Lisa Hersey 2 days ago,
Mhm.
and the book scavenger hunt
Yep.
that she does is coming up on the 27th, so a couple weeks still. But trying to think of other things that are
Can't think of
coming
the
up.
schedule of events. like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
That was a solstice thing. Is that,
it's sort of. I think she did write something.
she was
about the
writing like,
solstice.
I want to do it on the longest day of the year. No, it's not the 27th.
I'm not gonna tell him.
But
Maybe
She's
she
busy
had
out
it,
there.
maybe she had it.
Yeah.
I know what I would consider the longest day, but.
Yeah, so the same thing is that I always put this reminder, if you have a project that you're a liaison for that's coming up, remind them that we can share and publicize what
Well, I have
little we
two
can.
in the fall from Bob, so.
I want to go to one. We'll see.
Yeah. you
We'll
bet.
see. I'm
Is he
always
the one
busy.
that is the tour?
Yeah.
Well, he's doing 2 cemetery tours.
Oh, God, my
Two
wife
different-
would love
when is
that. One of
those?
those.
They're not until the fall, I think.
Oh,
I gotta
One's in
go.
October
Yeah,
and
we're
one's in
gonna have to do
November, something
those.
like that. He gets a good crowd and the people
Yeah.
really are interactive. They know
Yeah.
a lot about it.
Is it
really.
like, never mind, never mind. I was gonna ask if it's like ghost hunt like.
What?
Ghost hunt like, cause my wife is an amateur.
He
ghost hunter.
has a
Okay.
tremendous,
I'm serious, I'm not kidding. She would.
tremendous amount of facts about
Sure.
historically
Okay.
about the people and the cemetery itself, and people in the community know these
Sure.
facts about people, and they know people who have, their families have been buried there and whatnot. It's really pretty interesting.
I did a study about this cemetery recently for us.
I know, it's about, it, you know, it takes in the history of Easthampton, which is.
Sure.
Yep. I learned a lot by looking at a cemetery.
Cool. We have a board member recruitment on our agenda because that's a continual thing. I know some of you grabbed some of these flyers from the mailbox and put them up, and they've been put up all around town. I still have a few more. If anyone knows any bulletin boards or shop store windows or wherever that can use them. Thank you, Whitney, for coming. Thank you, Tim, for filling out the application, actually joining. So the kind of long and short of this is that most of our board, except for CJ and now Tim, will be hitting our 3-year term in September. So you can do 2 terms, but I think some of us have already mentioned that they're moving on. So we're trying to get some new members before that happens.
You,
Well,
Nancy.
we want to avoid what happened at the start of our terms,
Right.
where literally all the board members already left. So we started from scratch.
Yeah, and
we
we
were on our
had to, it was basically like, starting from scratch, reinventing the wheel.
Yeah.
And the city will lose the block grant if there's not enough members to meet quorum for this committee. So that's kind of something we don't want to lose. So,
So we hope you join, and if you have any friends.
Yeah, bring them over here.
Great.
I got 2 responses from the email to the grantees. I have to say that the people that could not join in those responses, pure gold. Just like so much detail. And it's so, because like, I just wouldn't respond to the email, like which most people did, but some of them were so, anyway. A couple of people were asking if they had to live in Easthampton. I responded, but I haven't heard back, so I can follow up. And then Lisa Hersey is interested. I think she'll probably apply. I think I emailed you. I can't remember.
I don't.
send a lot of
remember,
emails,
but I get a lot of emails. Sometimes I
There
miss
you
them.
go.
Cool. Same thing. So again, we have more flyers if anyone wants any, and if you know anyone or you hear anyone. I did reach out directly to Lisa at Thick. I haven't
Sure.
heard back from her, but if she says no, I'll just go on to the next person at Thick and
Sounds
try to get
Get
someone there.
somebody from that. Come on.
Yeah. I can
Can't remember.
send. Yeah, I sent it to Tim. Is it a hard process?
Oh,
No.
no,
Not
not
really.
at all.
You have to write a letter of intent essentially, and then it's like a short form.
Yeah.
You just have to say why you're interested in, it's kind of general.
Lie.
Extensive background checks.
You good at lying?
Like a little bit.
I didn't get it. I just got.
Yeah, and then
But I wasn't sure
technically
if that was
that
exactly
goes to the mayor, and then the mayor.
It wasn't anybody on the
Council.
council.
But then you can go
May or
before
may
this
not.
board that's part of the city council.
Yeah.
Apparently, they
Say it, not just write it.
Low,
You better think things up.
Yeah.
Your face was here.
Low priorities, I guess.
Yes.
I also didn't do that. I didn't get sworn in.
You did it?
Well,
No. I did. I didn't get sworn in.
Oh,
Did
you
you?
have to leave.
Well, I guess, no, I guess.
it's like a knighting ceremony, from what I.
It's very much like that.
When you were at the city council committee?
No, I got a letter in the mail. Actually, no, I got an email, so. Really anticlimactic, so.
Yeah.
You know.
You see how much money we get.
Yeah.
Any new business?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
with that said.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Yes. We were talking last meeting about the Easthampton Living magazine.
Mhm.
And I talked to my contact and I have all the numbers and all the info. In my personal experience working with them, I do think it could be a cool opportunity if we have a contract with them because it's not super expensive, but if we can't afford it, you can pause for however long you want. They would give us opportunities to write full page articles about some of the cultural things going on in town. We could put an ad in it for this current round of recruiting or for future. Just throwing it out there. Of course, we did not make any promises to them, but just I think it could be good for the future to think about if we have some leftover money.
Like how much are we talking?
It depends. They have all different levels. But I do think it could be a unique opportunity to like do artist spotlights and like something in December that I'm doing at the store is I'm having some of the students from Riverside hang up their art at Dry Humor, and we're going to do a whole reception, and I'm going to write an article about it because they contribute to the magazine as well. So it's just like a really cool place where a lot of different businesses and cultural entities cross paths. So could be cool. They're looking to grow it.
Why don't you just email
Sure.
us all the information
Sure.
you have, and I'll add it to the agenda next month.
I
And we'll
almost, I
just
can't believe
discuss
I
it.
almost forgot. I was really excited about it. So I think it could be, it's monthly. It goes to, it's supposed to go to every
Have you
house.
seen, I brought one. You've
Yeah.
seen
I've
it?
seen it.
I've
I
never
don't
got, I've
feel like I
never
get
gotten
them.
it.
You guys have never gotten
First time
it.
I've ever seen one of
Funny
those.
how
Yeah, I get them. I've seen this.
It's
one.
only for, it's like not apartments. It's only, it'll only go to houses.
Oh, that's why.
But I don't know how they even make that distinction. And then sometimes it does come to
Is this
places.
I live in
city
a
list.
multi-family house. Does
Yeah.
it count?
I get it on and off. I don't know. And I've told her that.
We probably get into your business.
I get it to my house, but Jen always brings me copies. I have
Oh.
many copies.
I
of
get
this
it every
magazine.
month.
I don't get one in my house.
Dang.
It's
All
weird.
right, I'm gonna see, what street do you live on, if you don't mind?
Tender.
Kendrick. And you live on Federal?
Yep.
I'm so sorry, I know that. I said
Just
that out
live
loud. So, all right.
And people, we've got a giant pig van in my.
That
driveway.
is true, and I'm always driving in front of or behind you, always. It's so funny. All right, I will email that.
Anyway, is there anything else to discuss? Do you have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Motion, second, all approved. All right.
This government meeting is brought to you by Eastworks and our local cable subscribers.